Every single trader tracks their trade through journaling. There's different ways to journal. Some use Excel, some use a journal like this. I personally like to write things down, my emotions, what I'm thinking. But you just need to find out what is important to you. The way you track your data, like when you're doing that, are you thinking to yourself as a systematic trader, are you thinking, I need 75% of this criteria to be hit to take trade 100%, or 75% means I take a third of my normal position and 100% means I take a full position? Like, how do you view in your data?
That's a good question. For the majority of my career, it was full size on the best plays, and then I would do smaller size on what were technically like the best play, but with a red flag or sort of a worse play. And that was working for a long time. So I would, you have your plays ranked. So on my B plays, they would obviously be smaller size. But now I'm kind of in a mode where I'm ignoring all my B plays and I'm only doing my full size A plays.
What determines that discretion?
Yeah, it depends on the play. Gap ups.
What determines the decision to say I'm just going to ignore B's and C's now?
Oh, because they stopped. They're not universal. So the B plays, the reason they're B plays is because they were working fine in 2020 and they were working pretty decently in 2021.
Yeah.
But pre-2020 they weren't really working that well.
Yep.
This year they're not really working that well. So it's sort of the conclusion that 2020 and 2021 were sort of anomaly years, and we might be going back to how the market typically behaves. So I only want to do the A plays, which have always worked.
You're reviewing every day and also every week, and you're trying to make adjustments.
Right.
Do you make those adjustments after every week, or do you wait till the whole month is done to be like, okay, I'm taking profits too soon, or okay, I'm not holding long enough now, or I need to take them sooner? How soon do you start to make those adjustments? After a week of seeing that happen, or like is it what's that like?
I mean, it can be within a couple days mistakes. It's like let's say, for example, I'm up pretty decent in the morning, but
Sure.
by the afternoon they've all reversed and I end up red on the day. So if I've had a couple days that happen, then I'm going to make adjustments pretty quickly until I see ones where I'm leaving some on the table, and then I look for reasons why, maybe look for commonalities, and maybe one had significant dilution to where, okay, this is one that's safer to hold,
Yeah.
versus some maybe kind of a sketchy name that's maybe a high chance for it to reclaim. Maybe I'm gonna kind of take profits a little bit sooner or be cautious on it overall. So I think a key for me is just kind of reacting and then fixing mistakes quickly.
Journaling really helped me dive into that and solve that problem. Be like, really slow things down and think about it, and then think about what is going to push your trading forward. So journaling was just really deep for me as far as that. Not only about like the technical aspects of the trade.
Right.
I will go over that for sure. But a lot of it, the real part that like I take a lot of value from, even three years in the game, it's that deep dive into your psyche. It's like you and the journal, and like nobody else sees it. And like, I don't know, I use Trader Sync now. I use Kinfo, the journals. Even when I journal now, up to recently, I've been doing it as an Instagram live, like late at night. Only like 2-3 people go into Instagram live, but it holds me accountable.
Are you jotting down every trade you do right when you take it on the Excel spreadsheet, or are you like waiting to the end of the day to put everything in? Like, how is your process when it comes to journaling?
Yeah, I just download the sheet from our main website that we have, or whatever platform you can download it from, right? And then download it, plug it into my Excel sheet. Then I just tag each trade based on whatever ticker. For the most part, I know what type of setup I played on what ticker and at what time. It's sometimes I play maybe two different setups on the same ticker, so I just filter it for the time, filter it for the ticker, and just tag it for the setup. So I have this little system going on, but for the most part, I think people will find that a little hard There's websites and what's it called? Applications out there that can track it for you. I would suggest people using those applications. I don't want to say any out there just because I don't want to like be affiliated to
Sure.
any of
Yeah. Yeah.
them. So yeah,
I can
if
say
there's
it.
any
Don't worry
that
about it.
you want to suggest, yeah, go for it. Yeah, if
Yeah.
any that you want to suggest. So I would always tell people to go use those journaling softwares.
Absolutely, and there's so many journaling softwares out there. Just one of them, I'm not affiliated with them. I don't, but I use them as TraderView. It's really easy to
Oh
use and
yeah, yeah.
simple, right? It's easy to use. You can categorize it as well. You can filter and all of that. So it's real simple. And the reason I ask you that question is because I have found for me sometimes like I've like mixed. Like sometimes like whenever I wait for the end of the day to journal, it's almost like harder to journal because maybe I won't remember exactly. Maybe I took like 6 trades that day, and maybe I just don't. The first one wasn't as fresh as the last three, right? So I was
Yeah.
curious if they're doing it after every trade or at the end, but it sounds like you do it at the end.
Yeah, I do it at the end. It's easier for me to do it at the end.
Now,
I mean, I take a screenshot and then I can just study the screenshot, and then it's easier for
yeah,
me to do it at the end. Everyone has their system at the end.